Total quality management. Now, when you hear the word total quality management, the first thing that will come out in your mind is the word quality. Now, what is quality? And why is quality important? Why are the businesses or organizations are so obsessed with the quality check? And as customers, what are our expectations on the product or service delivered to us by those organizations? In this module, we will be exploring about the quality, how the quality check is done, and what is the importance of quality check. Quality is a very wide subject and it can vary from person to person. What good for me might not be good for you, and what good for you might be not good for me. So quality is something subjective and it depends on the person and psychological experience of the person about the product or the service. But to define quality in a standard, it follows these four categories, which is the conformance to specification, fitness for use, value for price paid, and psychological criteria. Now, first is conformance to specification. This defines as to how well a product or service meets the targets and tolerances determined by its designer. For example, a product is a charger, and one of the specifications or features of that charger is fast charging kunuhay. And then na specified pa gyud adto nga can charge for less than an hour or makapuno na sa inyong mga phones for less than an hour. Then if it serves to be true, if that item can really do that certain specification, if it conforms to that certain specification, which is can charge your phone or can make your phone full in less than an hour, then that must be a good quality based on conformance to specification. I hope you get that. And second is a fitness for use. Now, it is the evaluation of how the quality or how the product performs for its intended uses. For example, if a blender can blend hard fruits or hard vegetables in instant or ice, we can say that that is good quality. Kay the blender serves its use or its usage, which is to blend foods and to blend hard stuff. But if it hardly could blend mga hard stuff, then we can say that it is not fit for its use. Have you tried buying those mini blenders online? Now, I'm not against that products, but honestly, some of them good is not really that fit for usage. Kay makablend ra sila og mga soft objects or mga soft fruits like mangoes, avocados, nang murag dili na bitaw nato ni jud nga kuan i-blend og taman-taman nga mga foods. And for value for price paid, quality defined in terms of product or service usefulness for the price paid. So, balik ka sa example ganina, which is the blender. Adto na musod ang value for price paid adto katong mga mini blenders nga akong gi-istorya ninyo or akong gi-example ninyo. Since that mini blender, of course, dili ibudak-an nimo expectations since like mini. Gamay ra gyud siya nga blender. And also, that certain blender cost for like less than 100. And the real big blender or kind of usual blender that you see in your household or your kitchen, it costs like 500 or even thousands depende sa brand. So mo nang matawag bitaw nga sakto ra sa presyo. So there are things nga makaingon ka nga sakto ra sa presyo, and in that sense, though that blender cannot blend hard objects, it is still in good quality because the price you paid for that is equitable to the things or to the performance of that certain product. Now, the fourth one is the psychological criteria. It is a way of defining quality that focuses on judgmental evaluations of what constitutes products or service excellence. So this is kind of very personal, okay? It's the experiences man you have or you gain out of the product. If that product conforms or if that product nakapasar sa imong standard of judgmental evaluations, then that product could be good to you, or like as what I have said, what good to you might be not good for me, and what good for me might not be good to you. So the psychological criteria is more of a personal thing. Second, now we are going to tackle about how TQM or how total quality management is applied in service industry and in manufacturing industry. So, diba, I have discussed before that there are two types of industries. The service industry, which offers intangible products or services or items. Intangible, which is not seen but experienced. And the manufacturing product or manufacturing industry, which produces outputs, which is the products themselves, kanang inyong magipang consume karon, kanang inyong makapang gamit karon, and stuff like your phones, laptops, everything that can be seen, touch, kana inyong magamit. That's manufacturing services, and I know that it's quite clear for you. Kay we have tackled it about last module or last semester, last term. Now, how is TQM or how is total quality management applied in those industries? Syempre, lahi ang ilahang standard of check or checking, of quality check, kay lahi man ilahang gi-offer nga type of output. Say, for example, in service type of industry, it offers services, how you experience the service. For example, itong example na to, hotel restaurant. Sa mga hotel restaurants, sa BPO industry or sa customer representative, sa mga spa, massage, parlor. So, services ilahang gi-offer. Now, to measure or to check those qualities, these are the factors that we must consider nga makaingon ta nga good quality ilahang services. So first is consistency. Consistent ba ang ilahang pag-offer nimo og good relation? Like for example, I have this one restaurant here in Bohol that I really don't like. They have really bad customer service, and we're not mentioning the restaurants though, but it happened one time nga nanawag ko on that restaurant to market survey when I was on my job before. And the first call, it was lahi siguro tong nakatubag adto, it was a bit pleasant. When I say a bit pleasant, it's not really pleasant, but it's good. And mga after 2 or 3 calls, another call na pod, kay we have mga follow-ups na pod nila. The one who answered the call is kind of bit rude. Kay mura to siya, yes, unsay ato nga na bitaw, and we don't do that. Tudluan ra mo og ingana sa inyong uban nga subjects, how to answer telephone calls, how to face customers, how to be polite and stuff. But that's it, consistency. If dili consistent imuhang politeness or mag-base ka sa imuhang mood sa pag-treat sa person, that it's not a good service or a good quality service at all. Second is responsiveness to customers' needs. Kung unsay needs sa imong customer, imong i-provide. Like for example, kanang mga sales representative, of course, maduol nila ang mga customers kay mangutana about sa product, then you will provide the basic information of that product, how can it be used, and stuff like that. Courtesy, of course, dapat courteous ka, magalang, timeliness. This is really important. Late ba ka? Or are you punctual? And then the atmosphere. What kind of vibes or aura are you gonna build on that business? So, magmugtok na lang ba ta kakanunay? Or for example, kanang mga spa, they built an atmosphere that's really relaxing because that's how it should be. Okay, you are there to relax. You are there to reward yourself with peace, diba? Now, next is on this thing in manufacturing type of business or industry. So, first is katong conformance to specification. It belongs to this. Okay, we have this tangible items man. We have the products man yun that we can see or touch. I won't discuss it. I have discussed it a while ago. Performance. The performance of the product, dili sa performance sa service. Okay, there are two kinds of performance man, diba? Performance sa service and performance sa product. And in this manner, performance sa product. How well the products perform. Reliability. Is the product reliable? Makasaligan ba ng product? Diba? There are people who don't wanna buy things that are not branded. Okay, for them, it's not reliable. But there are others also who rely on the product. So it's also subjective. But reliability is on makasalig ba ka na nga product nga mo last or makasalig ba ka na nga product nga mo perform on how it should perform. Then features. What are the features of the product? For example, the Apple or sa phone, the Apple o ganing mga iOS o mga non-iOS phone. So there are features in iOS present in iOS that's not present in Android phones. So, magpili ka sa mga features. Then, durability. Kaligunon sa product. And serviceability. The way the product offers you this service. Like, for example, the blender. Its service is to produce mga blended mga things. That is serviceability. Magamit ba siya? Now, TQM is really long time. It had been there long time ago. It's really old. Naanapan ni siya sa panahon pa sa World War II. So it started in World War II. The TQM started in World War II and was further developed by Japan. So ang Japan gid ang murag nag-developed aning total quality management because they have seen that of course invest sila taman sa mga katong gamit nila pag World War and then na-observe sa mga kuan nga dili ay dapat mo focus adto, but we should also focus on the beautification or the betterment of the product or the service itself para maka-come up ta og superb quality product. Now, TQM started in 1920. Muna scientific management principle. Pagka 1930, Schwartz develops the SQC methods. 1946, we have the ASQ. 1950, TQM and the concepts developed, the concepts of TQM, and then gave birth. 1968, quality management system, and today the quality standards and QMS. So today, natay mga gitawag nga mga quality checker nga mga organizations like the ISO themselves or the International Standards Organization for Standardization. We will be tackling about it later. Now, I won't discuss one by one how this history is tallied. I want you to research about it. I want you to read on it. And mo focus ta sa today kung unsa ang naa sa karon nga industry. Now, TQM is the name for philosophy of broad and systematic approach to managing organization quality. Quality standards such as ISO 9000 series and quality award programs such as the Deming Prize and the Malcolm Baldrige Prize, Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award specify principles of process to compromise TQM. So, naana tayo mga organizations right now, mga private organizations, nga ay hire or para mo ay mag-audit sa atong processes, the ISO for processes, mga standards, it's for standardization. And we have a lot pa, the Deming Prize, the Malcolm Baldrige, na mo check sa product if that product conforms to certain specification, makapasar ba siya. Now, the philosophy of TQM focuses on these 4 factors. The first is customer. It's called customer focus. And second, continuous improvement. Third, employee empowerment and product design. Now, the TQM or total quality management does not just focuses on the beautification of the product, the betterment of the product or sa product na gid mismo, but also in the process of the betterment of that product. For example, this customer focus. In this philosophy, customers is the most important factor. Now, they conduct market research, survey, focus group discussion on what is the trend nowadays or unsa may kinahanglan sa mga customers. So, customers' expectations must be met or best ma-surpass sa isa ka company. And then we have continuous improvement. Of course, if improving na imong product, improving na imong standards, improving na imong mga policies, improving na inyong entire business as a whole, you wouldn't stop at that. You will continue to do market research, continue to forecast, continue to benchmark, because if you stop there, then everything that you have started will be in vain. So next is employee empowerment. So ang TQM din, no, ang total quality management, it's not just dili ra jud customer focus, dili ra sa product mo focus, dili ra pud sa improvement sa process, but also its purpose to improve or empower their employees. So why? Employees are the one who made the product, distributed the product, or delivers the product in service type of business. So it's important that the employees are empowered and motivated so they perform at their best. And by performing at their best, they will produce best products. And the most obvious one is the product design. Because product design is really important. Okay? This is what will captivate the customers. It's what attracts them. Mo na yung makapaingon nila nga, oh, kani nga product is good. It looks good, so it must be something good. You know, bitaw kay we associate everything with attractiveness. So these are examples of the quality awards and standards that I have mentioned earlier. The International Standardization Organization, or the International Organization for Standardization, the ISO. We have the Six Sigma, the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, and the Deming Prize Award. So there are a lot of awards pa, quality check awards or standards na wala na na-list dire. But mind you, dili talang award ha, quality awards, nga na kay dili man mahug nga quality award ang, like for example, the Nobel Prize Award or kaning mga excellence award. So it's different. Kani nga mga awards, isi-award ni sila sa company if ma-meet nila ang standard sa tawag aning quality sa isa ka service or sa product. So that's it.